Welcome, 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 welcome to the third glass, okay? Glass 3 of WineDown, okay? Come and have a drink with me. Today's episode, I tried to have it a lighthearted episode. I tried to, do my funny thing, because that's me. I'ma still be me, but we got some heavy topics today, some heavy situations, some heavy cases, if you will. So, for starters, this good old watermelon, okay? I decided to eat a piece or two, or three or four, if you will, of watermelon on camera because I'm feeling real stereotypical. Okay, I feel like feeding into the stereotypes of the angry black man. I am angry, I'm hurt, shocked, and dismayed, okay? At the way this country is discarding and killing and harming innocent black people, okay? But before we get into that, that'll be our topic. That'll be our subjects for today. Everybody's talking about it. There's really not a whole lot else for me to talk about. So I'm going to talk about it, okay? And before we get into that, since society won't let us be great, and we got to have something to wash all this coon fruit down with, okay? I got us a good old bottle of red. So it is, oh wait, I got to do like the girls do. Girls, it's Apothic Red. Okay, it is, the bottle says, our winemaker masterfully creates a smooth blend where rich layers of dark fruit emerge, completed by hints of mocha and vanilla. Okay, so, and y'all, the back of this is hard to read. Y'all see that? It's hard, but whatever. Y'all know I'm dyslexic. You know I'm dyslexic. I ain't never hid that from you. I ain't never gonna hide it from you. But let's go ahead on and pop this cork. It should make a good old popping noise. She's tight. Oh, there it is. My imaginary friend Retta. Our relationship, our friendship is imaginary. She's been getting me through this quarantine, and I believe this might be one of her favorites. She has drank a couple of bottles. I'm right there with you. On her Instagram, y'all go follow her. She is one of the stars of Good Girls, and a comedian, super hilarious, and an awesome opera singer. What a soprano! But here we go, y'all. It's a nice color. Y'all look at that. Get into it. I'm not going to fill the glass up. I know y'all thought I was. That's genuinely or generally what I do. Because I like a good glass of wine, as we all do from time to time. So today, we're going to start with our segment of, we raise our glass. We raise our glass today to our good friend, Kevin on stage. His name is Kev on stage. Kevin Fredericks. I do not know this man personally. However, I feel like I do. He's a comedian. He's a social media comedian. He has done a phenomenal job of being a clean comedian, which is not something you see every day in today's society. He started out making church videos for YouTube years ago with the Playmakers, and has grown to phenomenal heights. And the reason we raise our glass to him today is a black man. He's a black comedian. He's really, really awesome. I got the opportunity to see him here in my hometown, and he crushed it. Thank God Rona didn't kill that vibe. It was a really great time. He super great personality. He had To Hear More with him. To Hear opened up for him. It was a really great time. One second. It's not dry. It's really good. I don't really see myself guzzling it, as I have been told by my friends that I do, but it's really, really a great wine. It's really sweet. Not bad at all. It would be better with a little bit of berries in it, but it's not bad. But again, we raise our glass to Kev on stage, a great comedian. He recently got an endorsement deal, if you will, with Laffy Taffy, because he does dad jokes on his Instagram page, and his TikTok has become really famous for his dad jokes. So it's really, really great to see him doing amazing. But we raise our glass to you, sir. He don't drink, he Christian. I'm a Christian too, but I like a glass of libation from time to time. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get right into the topics. And of course, my first topic is Ahmaud Arbery. It is a sad, sad day in America when a young black man is killed simply because he's black. This young man was running, minding his business, trying to exercise, and during this quarantine, trying not to get the quarantine 15, and he was gunned down by two men, a man and his son, who are former police officers in the state of Georgia. I feel, and these are my thoughts, you guys are welcome to disagree with me in the comments. You guys are welcome to agree with me in the comments. I will not go back and forth with you. These are my opinions. I'm willing to learn from your ideas and opinions, but y'all know I'm not here for the foolishness. I'm Christian, but I don't mind fighting, okay? I love the Lord, but I'll fight you like a dog in the street. Please know it. And that goes to my shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's never too late to tell your truth. Shout out to comedian Miss Pat. She's one of my all-time favorite comedians. Absolutely amazing. She ain't one to be played with. And so the truth is that these two men were downright racists. And they tried to, their plea, if you will, is that there was a robbery in their neighborhood at some point in the recent weeks, and he fit the description. Well, unfortunately, you're not the police. Fortunately for us. But unfortunate for you, you're no longer the police. You or your son are no longer police officers, and you do not have the right to detain anyone. And that's the story that they told, is that they were attempting to detain Ahmaud, and he was shot. Why did you have guns? Why would you approach this young man with guns? Why would you not call the police and say, hey, I see the guy who is who fits the description of a burglar in my neighborhood. The end all be all is that there were not any burglaries in the recent weeks of this young man's killing. And I have my phone here. Y'all gonna have to forgive me because that's where my docket is. That's where my notes are. He was just running. He was just jogging. He was just being black. And unfortunately, in this country, that is too much for some people to handle. I'm not a radical by any means. My pro-blackness does not mean I'm anti-white. I'm going to be racist. I have white friends. I have white people in my life who I absolutely adore, who are amazing, who are up to speed on social injustice. Okay, they are up to date with the climate as it regards to African Americans in this country. He should not be dead. He was 3 months away from his 26th birthday. He should be 26 right now. And it's just sad that he's not here. It's sad that these two men killed this young man and then walked away from it for 5 months. Shame on the Georgia Police Department for allowing these two men to go home for 5 whole entire months and not have to sleep a day in a cell or anything to that effect, when in fact they should have. They should have been handcuffed and arrested. Because they did murder somebody. Now, even if he was the burglar, if he was the person that was breaking into people's homes and doing things like that, then you are still a murderer, regardless of what his crimes were prior to your run-in with him. Excuse me. The wine did it. He was a person, he was a human, and you had absolutely zero right to gun him down like a dog in the street and then go home and go to sleep like nothing happened. And I feel in my heart of hearts that the only reason, the absolute only reason that those men were allowed to go home is because they were once police officers and they were white. That just adds fuel to the fire. That just added it to that situation. I am saddened by this, as we all have been. Here is to Ahmaud Arbery. I ran my 2.23 miles with that young man for his birthday. So here's to him. Our next heavy topic is a young woman by the name of Brianna Taylor, who was gunned down in her home. She was a former EMT, which is an emergency medical technician. She was only 26 years old, and I promise I've read these articles. I read several articles and I've seen several things. And let me go back to Ahmaud Arbery really quickly because I have a thought on that. I was seeing on my social media by my friends and some other people and on Twitter and the Twitter sphere that they did not want to see the video of Ahmaud Arbery being killed, and how it was not good that had surfaced. It was not okay to air the murder of someone. Unfortunately, that was the best thing that could have happened, is that video surfaced and that we all see it. It's the face of America. His murder is the face of America. If it was not for that video surfacing and making it around the world via social media, then those two individuals would still be at home living their lives. They would still celebrate birthdays, which they still will, but behind bars, which makes me feel, I guess, better. I don't know. Hopefully they get charged. They haven't been charged with anything. They haven't been tried yet. They've only been picked up and arrested. So those things have to happen, because those videos, the videos of slain victims by anybody, but especially white people when it's against black people. And of course, I know people are going to say, what about black on black crime? Black on black crime happens, yes. However, when black on black crime occurs, 9 times out of 10, the person who, the accused is normally picked up and charged and sentenced. 9 times out of 10, that's the case. However, that is not the case when black men are killed by cops, or black women are killed by cops, or black children are killed by cops. There's not a whole lot of justice that takes place there, as we have seen over the years since Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown. And I feel like I kind of sound like a news reporter. I don't mean to sound like a news reporter, because I'm not. That ain't what my degree is in. I'm just me. But I feel like since I'm reporting on something or talking about something important, then I should probably sound a little bit professional, okay? If you will. Give me a second. Amen. So back to Brianna Taylor. Like I said, she was an EMT, and police claimed that they were going into her apartment. They kicked down her door and they shot 20 times, and 8 of those bullets hit her. They were at the wrong door, wrong house, wrong door, wrong person. Her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, of course, defended his home and shot toward the door where the door was kicked in. And I believe he hit a police officer. And so subsequently the police shot 20 times, and 8 of those bullets hit Miss Brianna Taylor. Here's the thing. Why were you guys not prepared? Why did you not know where you were going? Why didn't you have the right suspect? Who fed you the wrong information? Why is this young lady dead? Why was she dead in her home, of all places? The one place I'm supposed to be safe and comfortable. is where I pay my bills. If I'm not supposed to be safe anywhere else in the world, I'm supposed to be safe in my own home, especially from the law. That should never be an issue. It should never be a case in this country. And there are several cases that happen like this, where the wrong intel, or if you will, wrong intel is given and someone is subsequently dead. And now the young man, Mr. Kenneth Walker, is being charged, and he's in jail right now for attempted murder of a police officer when y'all kicked in my house. Let me tell you something. You come in here if you want to. You can walk in, but you're lipping out. If you get out at all. And that goes for anybody. That's just the truth. Kenneth did what all men are to do when they are in a relationship with somebody and they're living with that person. He defended his home like he was supposed to. Unfortunately, his woman died. And this was in Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville, if you will. But it was in Louisville, Kentucky, and I pray that this attorney is going to get Mr. Walker off of this case, because there should not be a case. He should not be in jail. He shouldn't be charged with anything. He should be at home grieving the loss. I hate when people do that. The loss of his girlfriend, who died a horrific death in her own home. Man, it's sad and it's shameful. And y'all, the Louisville, Kentucky Police Department, y'all should be ashamed. You should absolutely be ashamed. You should feel bad. You need to reevaluate however you get your intel and however it is dispatched. It needs to be reevaluated, because whoever gave the wrong information should lose their job. That's not the job for you. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you ever come across this video, but if you do, I pray to the heavens that you are fired, because that is not the job for you. And that goes for anybody who is given intel to officers in situations where they have to go into someone's home because of situations like this, because people get killed for simply defending their homes. If we don't have any rights as people, as black people, as humans in the United States, we should have the right to defend our own homes. In Florida, Trayvon Martin was killed on the Stand Your Ground law, which is a bunch of foolishness considering he was only a 14-year-old kid. And he was fighting a 30, if I'm not mistaken, year old man, grown man, for his life, for simply walking down the street after coming from the store, getting Skittles and an iced tea. So excuse me if I'm a little irate. It's sickening. The thought of it, the feeling of it is absolutely absurd and sad. But I digress. I am going to gonna try to move on, but you guys, I live in the state of Missouri. And I told y'all in my first video that I am absolutely an ally of the LGBTQ and all them other letters community. I think that they're some of the greatest people. I think they're awesome. Everybody does not agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. And Miss Pat, that's my girl. She got a shirt saying we don't have to agree, but we got to respect each other. I don't even have to respect your opinion, but I'm going to respect you as a human because you're a human. But unfortunately, here in the state of Missouri, a young black trans woman by the name of Nina Pop was murdered simply for, and at 28 years old, simply for being trans and black. Okay. I don't know if you guys have heard the story. If you have, then it's sad. People are being killed. Young black men, young black trans women, young black women are being murdered at rapid rates for seemingly no reason at all other than the fact that they are black. And the reason that I wanted to talk about Nina Pop is because she is trans, and because when trans people are murdered, especially in a red state like the state of Missouri, no one cares. No one cares enough. There's not enough light shined on it. It doesn't get any foot traffic on the news. It doesn't circulate social media quite enough. And I think because that person is trans. I think that that's exactly why no one wants to talk about it, because everybody's okay with a trans person being killed, because that's a lifestyle that you don't quite understand. So it's something that you're willing to dispose of, if you will. And so you don't really want to talk about it, because you would much rather shine a light on the fact that they're trans and less on the light on the fact that they were murdered senselessly. I think that it is sad. I think that this country has a lot of growing to do. I think that if we all band together somehow, figure out the best way to band together, then we can make it. Before I go, I'm gonna start doing a question of the day. Okay, to try to lighten the load. I'm gonna lighten today's load, if you will. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lighten the load. Let's see what the question of the day is. I picked it out. What skill would you like to master? I would like to master the skill of singing. It's an art, it's a talent, it's a God-given right that I sing, okay? I would like to master it. I have not mastered it. Those who know me personally know that I can sing, but I have not mastered it quite yet. So I'm ready to master that joint. Mama, I wanna sing, which is a play on Broadway or off Broadway. But here's to Ahmaud Arbery, Brianna Taylor, and Nina Pop. I dedicate my third episode of my third glass of WineDown to you guys. May you all rest in heaven. May you all rest in peace. May your family be at peace with your passing at some point. And I'm raising my final glass of the day to you guys.